Hello, so today we're talking about bridging the gap. My name is Nathan Levitt. I'm with the Catholic Charities of Tennessee. So today we're going to talk about the people that adopt these techniques. So innovators. So these are the people that first want to try the innovation. They are more venturesome and they're interested in these new ideas. They're more willing to take risks and develop new ideas themselves. If we think about it in the biblical perspective, this would be the apostles, the people that were first to follow Jesus Christ. Your early adopters. So these are the people who represent the opinion leaders. So these are people that like to be in leadership, and they embrace new opportunities. They are aware that changes need to be made, and so a lot of times they are comfortable adopting these changes, these new ideas, these technologies. So then we have the early majority. So these are not our leaders in the community, in business, in the schools, but they will take on the new ideas before a regular person. So this may be a classroom teacher that's willing to try new things, that understands that change needs to be made. Then we have the late majority. These people are skeptical of change, so they will only adapt an innovation after it's been tried by the majority. So a late majority person will take on these innovations only after the innovators, the early adapters, and the early majority have introduced them themselves, have tested them, and presented them with data. Then we have our laggards. These people are bound by tradition, very conservative. They are very skeptical of change, and they're the hardest group to bring on board. You may see this in a school setting as maybe some of the older teachers that have been teaching for many years. Their way has never failed them, so there's no need to change. So our innovators, early adopters, and early majority. So the innovators, early adopters, and early majority would be the first to implement test any new technologies put into place. So many times in a school setting or maybe even a business setting, a boss or a principal would ask maybe team leads or to test something out that might fall under this category. They would collect data, sharing information they may find when testing new technology. So with their combined efforts, they can help coach and guide the late majority and the laggard to successfully implement the new technology. So when we think about it biblically, I found that in Luke 12:48, it said, "Everyone to whom much was given of him will be required, and from him to whom they entrust much, they will demand the more." So it doesn't matter how much these three groups, these people, will always be required to help out more. These are the people that will spend a lot of time trying to help others be successful with the new innovation. So then we have our late majority and our laggards. There should be many opportunities to coach these individuals by the innovators, the early adopters, and the early majority. So when they're helping, the help should not be given with malice or labeling those who struggle to adapt to the new technology. So if one of the innovators, the early adopters, or the early majority are asked to guide these individuals, they should do it without any intent. They should do it happily. They should be mindful that some struggle to embrace change. So our laggards, as we talked about, are not willing to change a lot of the time. They do not want to change. So then 1 Corinthians 15:51 says, "Listen, I tell you a mystery. We will not all sleep, but we will all be changed." So a lot of times, even though the laggards do not want to change, the change is pretty much inevitable, and so we see change. Everyone will make some kind of change to the new innovation. Leading like Christ. So when we think about this, leaders must accept that not everyone will be open to follow them. When we think about Jesus, he had his disciples. They went out and gathered more followers, but then there are many Pharisees and others that did not want to believe him, that did not want to follow him. Leaders should not be pushy or try to force others to follow their ways. Jesus did not go out and tell people that they had to follow him. He wanted others to come to him. And then leaders should help guide others through struggles and confusion. So many times we see that throughout the Bible, Jesus finds people in their darkest hour. He does not come to the rich. He does not come to the people that are well off, have everything set in life. He comes to people when they're struggling. So we see in John 3:11 it says, "Very truly I tell you, we speak of what we know, and we testify to what we have seen. But still you people do not accept our testimony." So there's going to be many people that are not going to follow you as a leader. There are people that are not going to want to implement what you're trying to change. They may think it's a waste of time, a waste of money. The way that they run their business, the way that they run their classroom, has been set like this for X number of years, and there's no need to change it now. So I used the Holy Bible, the Revised Standard Version, the Second Catholic Edition.